We talk about them all the time. The Frostbite engine, CryEngine 3, the Unreal Engine. But what exactly is a game engine? Epic Games senior technical artist Alan Willard sheds some light.
Well, a game engine it's a framework. It's a way of bundling together all of the different tools and elements and APIs that you need to play a game, whether it's a rendering library and network code and editing tools and things like that. So Unreal Engine, for example, has the Unreal Engine game code, the editor, all of its tools, the ability to import and export assets, so if you want to bring in your own objects, and all the way down to designing environments and lighting them and putting sounds in and scripting behavior. That's a collection of tools that makes up an engine.
Isn't that information supposed to be confidential?
What's happening?
The primary advantage of using an existing engine is that it saves you a ton of development work.
You look at, say, you have a completely blank slate, no engine, nothing. You then have to begin designing how are we going to render even a simple room? How are we going to move the camera around that? How are we going to have that camera behave like a player? All of those problems are solved with a game engine. You don't need to write an entire renderer to do what we're already doing because we're providing that as part of the engine.
Oh, here are the keys to my luxury yacht.
Game engines like Unreal can be surprisingly flexible, but devs must choose their battles wisely.
And that's one of the challenges of a game developer who's licensing an engine, is finding the place where it makes sense to invest their time and budget in making that kind of change. Mortal Kombat chose to do 60 frames a second, and that was very important for them, so they spent a lot of their development time making sure that that was one of their pillars within the engine. Whereas something like Arkham City, they needed a much broader scope. Their fighting was still very important, but they also had a much more interactive environment that they were moving through.
Our work has only just begun.
The best way to really understand what a game engine does, of course, is to get your hands on one. Check out the Unreal Developers Kit, or UDK.
It's the exact same tool set we use. You don't get source code, but you do get all of our tools. You get the engine as is. We update it nearly once a month, so you're getting the absolute latest. And it's available to anybody. You can just download it and play around with it and do whatever you want.
Okay, let's roll.